Welcome to Awesome American Adventures. I'm your host, Codeboy. Today, we're at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida.
All aboard! Ship ahoy! Yes, we come again. I don't wanna sleep. I don't wanna walk no long. Tell me what you're waiting for.
Space, the final frontier. This is the voyage of Lewis Codeboy Schofield. His 5-minute video hopes to boldly go where no video has gone before.
Carnival applause. Time to rock the boat. Come and get in line. Strictly
Hey, wait. I thought this was about Kennedy Space Center, not Star Wars. Okay, I took a little poetic license from Star Wars and Star Trek. I couldn't help it. Even the Space Center can't help it. They play Star Trek music at the observation gantry and in the visitor center, so I'm not the only one who thinks that way. The John F. Kennedy Space Center is NASA's space vehicle launch facility and launch control center. It's on Merritt Island, near Cape Canaveral, and it's about halfway between Miami and Jacksonville. Even though it's a major tourist attraction, most of Kennedy Space Center is a restricted area. I should know, I saw those signs. Here's a little history on the center. It was authorized in 1958. There have been a lot of important space missions launched from there. It all began with the Lunar Project in the 1960s. The Lunar Project had 3 stages: Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo. There are 3 tours you can take in the center. I took all 3. The first one took me to the LC-39 observation gantry. There are 3 levels to the observation gantry. When I went to the top, I saw both launch pads A and B. They looked like little Lego blocks on the horizon. Then I went down to the second level, and I saw part of an actual rocket booster that they used to send the rocket up into space. Actually, I learned an interesting fact. It's called a rocket when it goes up, but we only have an orbiter when it comes back.
This engine was used in 78 flights, 15 of which were space missions, before this engine was retired.
On the main floor, I actually stood underneath the rocket booster. I felt so small. It was huge. But then it was off to tour number 2 at the Apollo Saturn V Center. The center is a large museum with a restored Saturn V rocket. There are lots of other space-related exhibits, including an Apollo capsule and a piece of moon rock under glass. The cool part is you can touch the moon rock.
I can't believe how the moon rock feels. It feels so smooth and not what I expected.
Strangely enough, it looked rough, but it felt so smooth. To me, that made no sense. The other amazing thing I want to share with you about the museum, I got to see the original control room. When I saw the control room, I couldn't help wondering what it would have been like on the day of the launch. I bet that was an exciting day. When I looked at the control room, it had all these old computer systems. It took a room full of computers 40 years ago to do what just one computer can do today. That's what makes the Lunar Project so impressive.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
It's time to hit on the floor. I don't wanna sleep. I don't wanna sleep.
The re-entry parachute. 1 acre of cloth, 1 mile of line, 1 small breeze.